Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. Hi, everybody. We've got quite a few people already chatting away. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone's New Year was good. How was yours, LockHeat?
Yeah, it was nice. It was simple, but a lot of fireworks this year.
Yeah, there was a lot going on over my end, too. I couldn't believe it. We had
but it was good weather, so yeah.
Yeah, we had it was like 50s where I was at, so that was really different. Really different. Usually it's really cold. We were below zero when Picksmith was up this way, and now I think he's back home and it's like in the 50s. I told him wait a week, it'll be 50 out. We have terrible weather.
It was about 14 degrees Celsius here, so and nice and dry.
Yeah.
So a new year, new chances. The best of wishes for everybody.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I didn't do a New Year's resolution this year. I just feel like it's just if I don't live up to it, it's just another letdown. So I'm not doing one. Do you do those, LockHeat?
No, 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 not something special for New Year.
Yeah, I don't. I usually try to do one, but I didn't do one this year. I had a pretty good year last year, so there's. Ooh, who do we have here? Hair-centric with some yum-yums. What you got?
What's going on? Well, not everything's open today, so we settled for the Vietnamese place. You know, just a little chicken and rice and some vegetables and some extra basil. I know you love basil.
Are you going to do that basil challenge? Isn't there a basil challenge?
There is. Maybe one of these times I'll do it on, since I don't really make videos, maybe I'll do it live and
yeah,
I'll take some time one time. This is
yeah, my New Year's resolution was to not have one exactly. Oh, there's Lady Locksport. How are you?
Good. Happy New Year's, folks.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
What have you got there in your vice? That looks interesting.
This is a antique Illinois duo.
Very cool.
With the triple bitted.
Okay.
Yeah, figured try that tonight.
I pinned up this. I pinned this. Ava set. 3-star Euro cylinder. I've got 3 pins in it, and I cannot. I can't even open it with 3 pins. I'm an embarrassment. I can't take it. I told LockHeat I almost refuse to take it to 2 because I just feel like, come on now. But this one's really not. It's just a tough little lock. I cannot get it figured out for nothing.
3 pins, that's the minimum requirement, right?
Yeah. I feel like, in my head, I feel like it is. Like, but I'm really considering 2.
I'm putting my chances again on the Nemeth NF2. New year, new chances. But
yeah. Isn't there like a certain way you have to pick that, like certain pins first and then other pins?
No, it's you have to tickle it. Tap and tickle.
Oh boy. Gosh, we got
busy.
More.
It's Fast and Furious today.
Yeah, it was. The Loxka 1969. Hello. Happy New Year. Oh, okay. Maybe he's missing. Maybe he wasn't expecting to get brought in as quickly. Maybe he can't hear us. Maybe he's ignoring me.
Huh, possible.
Holy cow.
I know, right? And it's Christmas. Welcome.
Oh, hey.
We've missed you.
Hey, I heard you talking about me.
Yeah, we were talking about you.
And it was cold last week back there. Oh my God. I don't I don't want to live back there.
It usually doesn't get that bad. That's what's so surprising. I mean, I couldn't believe we had that right at Christmas. We never get it that cold. I mean, I feel like we've had a little bit cold and we've had lots of snow before and this, that, but we've never had it like that. That was ridiculous.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
I really wasn't kidding because it really is 50 now. It's in the 50s now.
Yeah. My son.
That is real
who I was
fucking
visiting
cool.
So.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
There he is.
Had the wrong mic on.
Uh-oh. I heard somebody say something about their son, and then LockHeat was cussing, so we missed it.
That was just me because I was visiting my son last week. He lives in Connecticut, and he's here this week with us. So, and we're having cold storms too this week, so it's kind of strange. But
oh wow, it followed you.
But
Where I am right now, we have plus 10 degrees Celsius, which is pretty unheard of this time of year where I am.
Oh,
Man.
that is cold.
The lake is still frozen, but it's been raining for 2 days, and there's a lot of water on top. There's actually, I could see a guy out there right now, and he's chipping a hole through the ice to go ice fishing.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
Oh my word. So what's everybody picking? What have you got pick, Smith? And then we'll see what the Lockpicker 1969's got.
Multi-Lock Junior.
I'm gonna try something I've never tried before. Fully pinned Medica.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you know what? Hey, I've picked them with 4 pins, but I've never picked them fully pinned. So I figured, what the heck? New Year, maybe not.
Yeah, there you go.
I've been working on a Medico as well. I got 3 pins picked, and I just pinned it up to 4, and I can't get anything on it now. It just scrambles my brain every time I pick that thing.
Man. Isaac said that one you've got, I think he's talking about the one you've got, Lakeview, as the duo, just like the duo I've got inside of yours. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty neat lock.
Don Pick says, Happy New Year, lock people. Happy New Year.
And how about you, Lady Locks? What are you picking on?
I just popped in this duo because Lakeview had me. Pressure, so now I'm going to try mine.
Nice. The dynamic duo.
Yeah, there you go.
That makes me want to go get mine.
Oh, what's that?
That makes me want to go get mine.
You should go get it.
Make it April.
Yeah, be fun.
I've never actually picked it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's really fun once you pick it. It's just fun. I don't know any other way to describe it. It's just like a fun lock to pick.
Yeah. Once you learn them, you can't really overset the wafers because they don't overset. There's nowhere for them to go. So you're just searching around inside, and you find one that gets sticky, push on it, and you'll get the click. Sometimes, like this one, it has a tendency to drop wafers. Ooh. I think just because it's old, and I have to pick a lot of pins in there to get it to go. So.
But that's the fun part, and it's very clicky. When you click one, it's very clicky and just very satisfying.
I don't know if you can see it there, but I'm already in a pretty deep false set. It's almost nice. There's maybe 1 or 2 that are hanging up, but right now I'm using the deep hook, or the high reach from Sparrows. Yeah, because it's got that little groove. It helps grab the edge of those wafers a bit better for me.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
But yeah, New Year's has been good. It's been fun. Hopefully everybody's been safe and just got over a really bad sickness. Me and my wife, we were sick for about 5 days. It wasn't COVID. We got tested.
Oh, my.
Just a really bad flu, fever, all that jazz.
Well, glad it wasn't COVID, but that's still terrible.
Yeah.
Glad you got better, though. You guys are feeling better.
Yeah, back to 100%.
Yeah, we had that COVID outbreak. It sucked. We all got sick. It was a nightmare. Didn't last long, thankfully, but I don't want to get it again. No, I'm just being paranoid all the time. Steve's lockpicking said, synchronized lockpicking today. Everyone does the same lock. Yeah, I think I'm just missing one or two. Yeah, Pigsmith, I've been trying this whole week to make a video on your executive decision. And I'll tell you what, I think I'm going to make the decision to allow somebody else to make a nice video about that.
It's not that hard.
It isn't, but it isn't. But every time I turn the camera on and try to do a video, I mess something up and I can't get it open, and I'm just like, and it is hard. Don't listen to them. It is actually hard. And so once you get the little intricacies and tricks figured out, it's not so bad. But it is hard. I'd have to say it's a hard one. But there, I got my duo.
I understand.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I even wrote down all the things that I wanted to show with the milling for you and all that. I have it all written down nicely so I can show it and make sure not to forget anything. And boy, I just really tried, and it's just not happening. I think I'm going to pass it on to, you know who would make a good video? I think the sadistic picker. I think he'll be great for that because he does a really good job with challenge locks and showing things and describing things. So I have a feeling he'll have to be the star of the executive decision.
We'll have to find out. He's a good guy. He sent me his first challenge lock, and that video's up on my channel, and I think it was like a 40-minute video because it was only 5 pins, and there's this lock I sent him, but he made the pins so crazy that it was so hard, especially out of the package.
Yeah. Oh wow. I'll have to watch that. Yeah, I think he's getting it after the person I'm sending it to, so he'll be getting a hold of it. I can't wait to see him pick it. He's one of my favorites to watch. So.
It's pretty entertaining.
That's because he likes to cuss a lot, and we like cussing, and we try not to do it ourselves.
Lucky's got the button now, so we can.
We're on the 5-second delay. We're good.
He's beeping on the whole show. I've got this Lockwood that it usually has the tapered drivers on it, and I don't care for those, so I pulled it all out, and I've got those Christmas pins that Sparrows makes. I've put the Christmas pins in it and picked it. It's really fun with those pins in it, though. It's a lot of fun to pick.
Nice.
So I'm going to switch them around and put some different ones in there.
Those are actually first done by Lock Noob.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw he put up on Instagram a picture, I think, of the ones he actually made. And I was just sitting there staring at them for like 10 minutes. Just, how the heck did you make those? But I've seen some of the pins you guys make, so I believe it. You guys are all nuts. especially you. I can't even imagine. You just sit there and put your devil horns on while you're grinding out pins.
No, I just make a pin. I haven't made too many of them, but I've seen a lot of them, so I kind of know what makes them work.
I picked a fun one by Brandino.
Yeah,
That one was pretty fun. He made a cool one.
Yes, he does. You were talking about Lockwood tapers last night. Just for fun, I picked the V7 that I got, and that is such a weird lock to pick. The pins at angles, 3 tapers and 3 spools. It was bizarre feeling.
Huh. I don't think I've ever seen one of them.
I posted it on Facebook on the UK one.
Oh, okay.
I took a lot of pictures of it because it's so cool.
You said they're on an angle.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
you know how like V8 engine your pistons are running in a V shape.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Your pins are coming in from 2 sides.
And wow.
The cut on the key is actually at an angle too to accept the tip of that key.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
But as LockHeat knows, tapers suck.
They do suck. I hate them.
I know he's going to get that this year. Just extra tension and extra pressure.
And tapping.
Nah, large, swift clunks.
I just hope I'm picking this in the right direction right now.
Did you get yours open yet? Yankee?
No, it's I think I just said I want to make sure I'm picking it in the right direction. I can't remember which way. Seems like it's there we go.
Hey,
how's
it going?
How are you?
Good. How are you guys? Where did LockHeat go?
Oh, I just went to the back.
As soon as I come on, you go off?
Yeah, just to make room on the screen. Like I can put myself back, but then you're gonna be smaller.
I think you're more important than me.
Is it? Yeah, on the mouse, but not on the.
I love how you just agree with me right away.
You always correct LockHeat.
You're always right.
That's why I said it. But yeah, I also have my duo here. Maybe I'll work on that a bit.
Nice.
How's your guys' duos going?
I'm still struggling with mine.
I got mine open, and I picked a couple other things. But what I was going to say is, Lakeview, I know with mine, if you don't get all of those side wafers picked first, you can be there forever trying to pick that. So you might have missed a side wafer even if you didn't get it open yet.
Yeah, I just reset it.
And also, mine actually, I have to pick mine downward, my side wafers, unless I flip the lock over, of course. But
yes.
So it sounds like you've gotten better at picking it, eh?
Oh yeah, I actually really love that. It's just a fun thing to pick. I don't know. It's not stressful, and it's just.
It's a nice, yeah, exactly.
Makes me happy when I pick it.
Open.
It's not an easy lock, but it's always rewarding and not too hard either.
Oh, somebody got an open. Who got an open?
Me.
Me.
Oh, nice.
A multi-junior. Nice.
Got a
pickup.
baby Avis.
Now that you got yours open, Lockpicker 1969, maybe you'd like to let people know about the issue you're having. While we're picking here, you can tell everybody what's been going on. And
Oh yeah, with the impersonator. I just saw your video.
Yeah. So I got a weird Discord message from Jackbox this morning saying, how do I claim my prize? And I had no idea what he was talking about. So I tried to ask for clarification, and then a little later I saw a comment in one of my videos that looked like me but wasn't me, saying congratulations to somebody, and for them to click on me, the comment above, which was my comment, to claim their prize. So I had a lot of people today tell me that this is probably just a scammer trying to get personal info, which it could very well be, but why they would tell them to click on me to go and claim their prize, then I don't know, other than to annoy me. But anyway, I looked into it and found this person's YouTube profile page, and they have it completely made up to look like me when they're in the comments. Because if you go to their page, they have no videos, they have nothing except for how 6 subscribers. I don't know how that worked out. But anyways,
because I think it said that they've been around for a couple of years. It says the account is a couple of years old, so they probably just changed the name or something.
Yeah. So I did put up a video warning people about it, because if this person's going to other people's channels and commenting in their videos, making it look like me, I don't want anybody thinking that that's me, or I'd rather not have my name or my brand tarnished when I work so hard to get it where it is and all that, like everybody else. But the video explains how to go about reporting this person for impersonating somebody else. So it provides step-by-step instructions on how to do that, but was asking for the community's help in reporting this person and getting them taken down. I'll probably use the same video format in the future should this person decide to do this again. This is not the first time I've had impersonation attacks. I had another one. Is Kraken on?
he is not here today.
Well, Kraken a while back, maybe 2 months ago, did a live event using StreamYard, and someone posing as me with my profile logo decided to get onto his live event that he was doing and decide to put their junk on display. And he shut down his event very, very quickly for good reason. And I think when LockHeat maybe decided, unless he was already doing it, to make sure that when you get into this event, you are tied to your actual YouTube account. So that was a good move to do that. But I've also had people attack me in the Reddit forums, and thankfully the mods there are exceptionally very reactive and very responsive to take that stuff down very quickly, and they've been great. So, but this is not the first time I've had anybody do this to this extreme, but only not the first time.
Jeez. I know you can also block them, so I would suggest anybody that's going to report it and then block that person, just so that they can't,
Yeah, they can't come back to the page anymore, but, it takes all of, 2 seconds to create a brand new account. So, obviously, needs a better hobby. So,
that's a shame.
Maybe if they actually did lockpicking, they might have something better to do. So.
True.
I'm sorry that you're going through that.
No, somebody else.
Unfortunate.
No, it didn't get me down. It pissed me off. So that's hence the video and asking people to help me out by reporting this person as an impersonator. So if you can do it to me,
it's just annoying too. Like you said, it takes 2 seconds to make a new account.
If they can do it to me, they can do it to any of us. So
It's just good to know and be aware. Keep an eye on your comments and talk to the people and let people know.
Be very vigilant on your comments. Keep an eye on them. Make sure that what's going in there is you. If it's posted as you or looks like you. This person went by the Lockpicker, at the Lockpicker for their channel. So obviously, and he used my logo. So
yeah, that's not cool either.
But somebody's got an issue, maybe, or if they're just a scammer, who knows? It's an old version of my logo too. It's not even current. So
yeah.
But what can you do?
Well, you did the right thing and just keep on it. Hopefully it'll won't be happening to everybody else, but it's a shame.
Yep. I hate to think that somebody's attacking me because I do giveaways. So.
Right. Yeah, I'm getting ready to do one, and I'm like, I was telling you earlier, now it made me nervous to even do my giveaway because I don't want people, getting everybody saying, "Oh yeah, congratulations!" Like that's not cool either for the people that think they won something.
No, I've made it very, very clear over many, many videos that I do not announce winners of my giveaways, especially not in the comments. They have to watch the video, see that they're a winner, and reply via email, via email with their info. I never put anything in comments, and anybody that knows me will see that type of thing posted and know that it's not me. So.
Right. Yeah, that's a good idea.
This one is just being a complete pain in the butt right now.
That's because it's on camera.
Yep.
Been there, done that.
I've got this one as well. It's kind of similar. Just one of the future styles.
LockHeat, you're pretty good to go find those pictures so quick.
Hey.
That's the V7 that he just put on the screen.
Oh my.
Nice.
He's hijacking my pictures. That's the one after with the key in it just being pulled out a little bit so you can see how the pins go left and right.
That's really cool looking.
It's a bizarre feeling lock because you're having to twist on each pin and go, am I going right or am I going left? And when you don't know and you haven't pulled it apart, you don't know what you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
And then you get in this crazy deep falset and it's like you feel feedback and then it stops and you're like, maybe it's the other direction, and you turn your pick and it goes up further. And as we all know, Lockwood spools are a pain and Lockwood tapers are even more annoying.
Ugh. Yeah, I don't care for them. That's why I took them all out of that Lockwood. Chris Capune has joined. Dig Pick, Terry B. Picking, Lock Fumbler, Dana Reed. We've got all kind of people up on the comments. I think I saw D-Mac and who else was on there? I think that was Don Picks. I think we said hi to Don. Lee the V was on a little bit for a second. Just a bunch of people on today. Just like to make sure I include them and say hello.
Oh, there we go. It's a tricky one.
Nice.
Nice job.
Nice one.
Just have to keep working away at the wafers bit by bit and just keep going back over them because they'll constantly drop and reset. But it's like an easy version of the Miwa U9 in that sense. Like you just have to keep going over things that you've set before multiple times.
Now you just jinxed me for trying to pick it again. I have still been working.
Are you working on a duo?
I have.
Oh,
tried
you're
it
saying
a
for
few
your
times.
U9.
Yeah, I've been working on the U9 mostly, and it's still just I know what the problem is, and I can't see it and figure it out, and it's like, God.
Well, I'll send you mine if you want. Still, I wasn't sure when you were getting back, so if you're home, I'll send it for you if you want to try it.
Well, I'm also gonna buy another one and 3 without keys to do the trick of that Isaac did too for the progressive pinning of the sidebar.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just the one that I have. There's 2 levers that are just resetting each other every time I touch them.
That's annoying. Like, oh my.
Just can't figure it out.
Yeah, just balancing the tension. What I did to deal with that is I half set a lever from beforehand. So with mine, if I can remember which one it even is here, I think it's this one. So right at the front, there's that first lever.
Yep.
And I would start off by picking the levers on the right side, and there's only there's 2 in the back, and then there's 1 on slot 3 here. So it's I think 7, 8, and 3 on the right side, and then the rest are all on the left. So I would set the ones on the right side all first, and I try to set the number 9 on the left side. But when I would try to set number 1, I wouldn't set it all the way. It's a very high lift. I would set it right before the gate in the spot where it was in the serrations, maybe like right at the last serration or something. What I would try to figure out is basically right before the point it would drop into the false set, and then I would really crank on the tension, and then I could go and almost force a couple of the levers up, and then that would stay in place. So that way I could just I could get back to it at the very end, and at the end of once I've gotten everything else picked. Oh, nice.
Good job, Paracentric.
Yeah. And
haven't touched these in a while.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think I did that with one of the locks that I was picking, and it happened on accident. I kind of like half set a pin, and then it was just enough to let the other pin bind up that I couldn't get it to bind for anything. And I noticed that when I kind of, it was just an accident though, but it actually did help to get that one pin to bind. I see the idea of what you're saying on that Miwa.
Yeah, so basically I would just try to get the one pin half set, and then that way it would put the lock in a state where levers would, at least they would set into the tapered section. And so from there, once everything is in the tapered section, it's actually not too bad. You just need to kind of force them past that, or kind of like wiggle them past that point. But the hardest point is to get all of them into their true gates, or right before to the true gates, without like ping-ponging, like what you're saying. It's a hard lock. It's ranked the hardest lock that I've picked, but I don't know if, like, just because it's ranked that, I don't know if that's actually the case. It's technically the hardest lock.
It seems like it's just ridiculous. I mean, I just, there's so much to it. I mean, it's, when you're picking it, it gives me anxiety. I'm like, here, Picksmith, you got mine. I can't pick.
I had mine for a while before I did anything with it.
Yeah, I've had mine sitting here, and I kind of think around in it, but I've got other things that I'm picking, and I keep adding too many things to what I want to pick, and then I don't get anything accomplished. So I kind of had to put it away and just stop myself.
Yeah. Can't find my duo, so what the hell? Me what it is. And if I can do it here, I'm going to be really bad because it won't count as a real video.
Why not?
Unless
Well,
your camera stays in frame the whole time.
Yeah,
Oh,
we could.
my camera will, but if we do a giveaway or something, we all go black and.
Yeah, or if it changes screens, exactly.
Exactly. And mine's a little bit different. I have to pick all of the low sets first.
Dude, if you get that on here, you're going to hate us forever. I think you should just put it back. Because I bet you something like that'll happen. And he's going to be like,
if you can pick it on here, if you can pick it on here, you'll be able to pick it again, no problem.
Exactly.
I have a solution for that, but it's not active at this moment. StreamYard has a function where you can record your own camera stream locally.
Oh, really?
So at the end of the stream, you upload. It goes automatically. You have to stay on the website to do the upload. But after that, I have a separate recording from just your camera, end to end.
Oh, cool.
So I could activate that feature from next week on, but it puts a little bit more strain on your phones because it will also be recording.
Well, like Isaac said, if I can pick it, I can get it again.
Yeah, especially if you can pick it on live.
My problem has been picking it. And I'm also picking it up and down, but I can't do it sideways.
Yeah.
I just can't do it.
Yeah, I tried that when I was feeling around on mine, and I turned it like you have it because I was like, I just can't. I can't. My brain doesn't work that way. So I had to turn it too.
Isaac, DMAC has a question for you.
Yes, I see it. I'm just going to go grab my side pin pick, and then I'll show a couple things here.
Cool.
That's good, because I have that same question.
Squiggle Dork is here. He says, morning all. I'm a bit late, but here. Good morning to you, even though it's evening for us and nighttime for LockHeat, and I don't know what time it is for all you guys.
Lady Locks has the copper cylinder duo, by the way. I think that's the one that Chris is asking about. Do you want to show him your duo?
Here you go. Here it is.
Oh, no, that's the brass, sorry. That's not the copper.
Turned because it was open, but it usually
Haven't
like this.
seen that. I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Okay, now here. So I have an NASA twin right here. So what I like to use myself is a dimple pick. And I just took this Huck pick, number 3, I think it is. And I just filed down the edge until it was wide enough to go in here, because as is, it was too thick. But now it's just thin enough, or like it's just enough. And basically, you don't want it to be any less than that, basically, because otherwise it'll be hard to set the really high lift ones. But what you do is you go into the first slot, you push it underneath the pin, and then you can lift it up very easily. And the way I like to actually hold it with the ASA twins, for some reason, I feel like it's more comfortable to hold it like this. So I'll actually kind of stab my pick in and then find the slot and then go like that, lift it. But I've also seen people do it with hooks as well. So let me see here.
That's the twin. So those are just the single lifting pins, not like the twin combi with the finger pins that twist and lift.
Yeah, with the finger pins, I have this guy here. I was showing LadyLocks last week.
Yeah, I hate that.
It's much thinner, and that way I can go. I have my combi right here. So I can go in. It's like the proper width here again. And then with this one, I don't like the V-shaped one. I like this one because I can lift it and then I can go behind it and pull it, or go in front of it and push it.
Okay.
So that's the way I do it. And same thing with my Primus pick.
Tell them how you said you can also take it apart and make sure that it will lift the pin proper, like, fit to lift that pin and not bump into anything and stuff like that. Because I did that after you told me to try it. That's what I did too. So it did help to make sure it was the right tool, the right everything to fit it.
Well, I think if I'm right, I believe D-Mac is asking regarding twins, or maybe the V10 or twins, or the 6K or the V10s.
Yeah, just that's the twin side pins.
But the combi is also a twin, so I don't know exactly which one, because each one is a little bit different. You basically want to get, first of all, the first thing that I focus on when I'm making a pick for the side pins is getting the width, the right width. And then I focus on the shape of the tip and then the thickness. And sometimes I do those two interchangeably. Sometimes it's better to get the thickness first and then to make the shape on the tip, because it'll be a bit easier.
I know D has a bunch of different ones, but he also has a mogul that he bought and put back together. So it might be that one he's trying.
So he's talking about the combi, he said. So if it's the combi, then I use just a very thin flag, basically. Like, so if I compare it to a normal one, this is what it originally started out as, and this is what it became.
Does that also work on the Primus?
I have a different one for the Primus. I put it, this one does work on some of the Primuses. It worked on my C-Keyway Primus.
Okay.
But it didn't work on the EP Keyway. I just had it out here a minute ago. I probably just moved it to the side. Give me a minute and I'll find it.
He also says, good tool, perhaps with crap skills.
No. It takes practice, and I'll show you a trick, too, that I was showing LadyLocks last week, once I can find it.
I'll be interested, too, because I have a combi sitting here that I pulled apart and went, oh, they're twisting finger pins. 3 of them.
They are pretty neat, but I hate them.
Osses are a pain.
Yeah, I can. The one I'm
Is LadyLocks saying something right now? Her mic is
I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
Happy New Year, Rhino Luck.
Hey, there's Rhino. I haven't heard from you,
Oh, Happy
Rhino.
New Year. I wonder when he's going to join us.
And I have a question for him, too, because I'm wondering if he got my email. I was one of the winners of one of his giveaways.
Ooh.
Oh, here it is. No, it's not.
Rhino, did you hear Picksmith wanted to know if you got his email? Let's see if he answers here. Maybe he'll tell you.
Okay.
What the heck?
I didn't know how to get a hold of him other than
Ah.
Well, I gotta switch duos because this one's it's not cooperating.
It's a single.
Yeah.
That's right. I took it over here because I went to measure it, and I posted the dimensions for my Primus pick in the LPU lock picking series. But that's for the Primus one. This one I wouldn't use for the combi, but it's the same sort of idea with the Primus here. So just on the other side, it just has to be thin enough to go in to that slot. So with this one, I had to make it a little bit different. But if I compare it to my combi pick, they're both pretty similar in terms of width on the flag.
Yeah.
Just that the combi one is a little bit longer. And this is the thing that I was showing to Lady Locks last time. I just need to find the right bit for the screw here. I can also just do this with the Primus too, and it'll be the same concept. Unless this is the bit. I need a security bit to take off, or a hex or star bit. I'm just going to take off the...
Yes.
Hi, Chris.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey,
We can
how's it
hear
going,
you.
Chris?
We can
Okay,
hear you
cool.
today.
Hey, Chris.
Howdy, Chris.
Howdy, y'all. I'm sorry, Isaac. I'm screwing up your thing because
No.
I want to do that too.
Good.
But I'm just gonna try and find a key for this. Oh man, it's not these keys. I think it's another key. Anyway.
Just finding
Pixness, Rhino
Yeah,
Lock
here.
and Key said he did get your email. He was just multitasking.
Got it. Okay. I just wanted to just double check.
And Nick Pick said, "Hi folks, just a quick flyby to wish you all Happy New Year. Can't stop as he is company, but much love to you all," he says.
Well,
Take care, Nitpicks. It's nice
Happy
to
New
see
Year.
you, man.
Nice to
Happy
see
New
you.
Year.
Happy New Year. Enjoy your company.
Yes. Happy New Year, Nick.
Happy New Year.
So, can I make me bigger? Oh, I can.
You? No, I can.
Oh, well, I didn't want to steal the show, but I'll do it really quickly. So I got a bunch of these. Some are new, some are old. That's like a new one. This one is not even a duo. It's just a regular. It just has up and down. Or no, it just has up. Or does it? I can't see.
The duo. One thing I'll say that I've learned about the padlocks. Oh, did someone pick something?
Yeah, Chicky Man picked a Master Lock 130.
Oh,
Right.
nice. Hey, good job, buddy. But what I was gonna say is I know that with the duos, the padlocks, if it's a duo, it'll always be in the center.
Yeah. You're right. Okay, and then I wanted to show the copper one. This is a copper. So it is copper, and it's this one is a pretty tough one. Yeah.
That's neat.
That's very cool.
So anyway,
Let's see it. I missed it.
I'm sorry.
I'm looking in the. No, I see it. That's
All right.
awesome.
So it doesn't say duo on it, but of course it is. And it has a number. And I have picked it on my channel once. It took a while. It took a lot of tickling, I have to tell you.
It's not an easy one.
And this is an oldie with an old key which I picked on my channel, and I picked a new one. And I sent a new one to Daz Evers, I think. years ago, he says, God, I'd really like one of those. I don't know. Somebody was picking one, and I went, you know what? I got a brand new one in the box, and I sent it to him. He loved it.
Wow.
So
That's so cool.
anyway, that's what those are all about. All right, let's go back to Isaac because he really teaches us good stuff.
Well, you do too. And you
Well,
have awesome locks.
I do.
That's some
Yes.
rare stuff that you don't get to see every day.
Well, I started
Very cool.
Let's see if
It's definitely inspiring.
Thank you. I can't even remember how I do this, except I know I start on the side first until I get a false set. All right. Which way
I'm
does
just
it
taking
go?
apart the combi to a certain degree here. So that way I can show you DMAC the thing and everyone else too.
Oh, that's how we did it. Yeah, the combis are cool.
No.
Yeah, they use finger pins a lot like the Schleck Primus. Lift and twist. Same type of sidebar, too.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same concept. And by the way, I think the TK5 that you were asking me about, Lady Locks, is more like this one than Primus.
Oh, okay.
In terms of how the just because the pins are on the same side, first of all, and they have the serrations, I believe, is the same as what you have.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah,
all four of the finger pins in it in this one, and just one of the key pins, just because I just want to focus on those. And I've got it one time, but that's it.
Nice. That's already amazing. It's just about getting the feel of it down. The finger pins have such a unique feedback and type of feeling, and it's not like once you learn it that it's all of a sudden clear. It's still tricky, but
Yeah.
at least you know what you're looking for. That's the difference. So if I first of all, I want to show the side pins here. The first thing that the finger pins. The first thing that I did when I was learning these locks, the mistake that I made was lifting them too high. So there's only two heights with these as well. There's a more than here. I have actually this paper from before that I drew with the Primus. And as Picksmith mentioned, by the way, last week, there's an even higher cut. I think would it be over here?
No, it's forward of the SR, I believe. I'd have to look at it because it's the new XP. They just put it in a different location.
Oh, okay, so it's here.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically the S, so the center and the left and the right are a little bit askew from each other. So there's technically like a couple different heights, but the way that it works is really there's this level and then there's this level. When you're picking, it's kind of the mentality that you want to go for, is you just go first along underneath the pins and then just try to maneuver the direction of them. So yes, I am just using a skinny flag essentially. So
I love skinny flag. I love that because I showed a bit last week. It just sets right in the groove, so you know where you are. Yeah, just slides back and forth, so you can just whoop up on those guys. I got my duo anyway.
Oh, nice.
So
Good job.
I'm ready for my my twin combi. Well, not quite.
There you go.
Yeah, no, you should. You're ready for that stuff. It's hard. You're ready
hard,
for it.
It's exciting though.
So here, I'll show
the
way that I move this pin here. Oh, sorry. Were you saying something?
No.
I feel like I just cut you off.
No, I want to see you do it. I want to see you.
Well, okay,
me.
No, I want to hear what you're saying too. So I'm just eager, and I'm scared that I'm going to drop these side pins out.
I know that one.
Okay, so first, if I want to move the like to a back rotation, I'll twist my pick slightly, and then I'll just push into it. And if you see that twisted the pin,
Right.
same
Perfect.
thing if I want to go, if I want to move it the other way, I just hook behind it, and then I just pull. And then that will twist it that way. So all I really need to do is, when I'm trying to actually, let me put it back straight here. All I need to do is just go along, maybe tap it slightly, like I'm just giving it a little like good boy sort of thing.
Right.
A little tap on the head. And then I'm going to move it a little bit that way, and then move it a little bit this way. And if you already know what the rotations are from studying your lock beforehand, which I recommend if you're new to picking these locks, there's no shame in knowing already what the rotations are. You know, don't make it harder on yourself. Just learn it and then practice the brute force version where you tap it and then you move it a bit this way and then maybe pull it a bit that way. And then when it's what you're feeling for is you're going to go along, and most of them are going to be just springy and not feel like anything. But then you're going to feel a little bit of pressure, but you don't want to lift it. That's the biggest mistake. When you feel that pressure, just try to move it back and forth, and then keep going along through the other ones and move them back and forth. And then you'll feel that maybe some of the other ones will start to bind. And that's because you're starting to set some of them into place. And as you start to set more of them into place, they'll start to get stiffer, the ones that are already set. And so they'll kind of be locked into place. And then it will also, once maybe 4 out of 5 of them are picked, it'll give you the smallest little rotation. And then you can maybe move the last one into place. And with the combi in particular, once you have the sidebar set, it doesn't mean that the lock will open. You might need to go back over the barrel spools and finish off setting some of them out of the counter milling.
Yep, a couple of those maybe.
Yeah, that's what I had to do with my lock. That was the thing that was confusing me, because I felt like everything on the sidebar felt super stiff, and it felt like the sidebar must have been set, but I caught that.
One.
I'm already dreading. I know what's coming. Where is it, LockHeat?
A little bit of a historical note too. Schleg actually hired the person that developed the twin combi and some of the twins to develop Primus for him. So that's why it looks so familiar to the twin combi, because it's the same thing but just done for Schleg.
Wow.
Oh, interesting.
That is very interesting.
So the Primus was made after the combi.
Yes.
As a kind of a, almost like a clone.
Pretty much, but just or the way they got around the different 2 patents, or to create a patent in America for Primus, was they did the 6 sides, center, left, right, high, and low. And that got them the patent for being something different.
Hey, Isaac, would this be a good one to start with? This is one of those hucky things.
Yeah, the Honest Dongs. Yeah, that would be a perfect one.
Okay, but I need it now. It's fairly, come on, focus. It's fairly thin, but I think I need to first round this a little bit and then also take this back some.
Yeah, I'll measure out my my pick right here in 2 seconds as soon as I get the plug back in.
Sure.
Here, and then I'll tell you what my exact dimensions are.
Awesome. I'll get a pen and a paper and have Slinky write it down for me. Where's my pen?
I think my guy wants to say hi to Slinky.
We'll get a play date.
Here's coming over. One sec.
I
There we go.
Well, kitty. I love cats.
Me too.
I went over to my friend's house when they go and travel, they have somebody to take care of their cat, but also I go over and visit and play with them and the dogs. And so and their cat's name is George. And so I did one time, I went over there and I did picking with George. It was the same thing like picking here, only I had George and I picked a lock. It was very cool. Cool, you got it.
I got it back together. Let me just grab my caliper. And just to answer
he was waiting
question,
for LockHeat's big boo that he does every time he messes something up.
And just to answer D-Mac's question about the Primus pins, honestly, I wouldn't say that the Primus pins, side pins, are easier specifically. In fact, they're almost more tricky because you don't have those serrations to let you know what the angle is. You know, you get a clear, the serrations actually kind of help you to feel the angle of the pins, and you get clear movement on the side pin, and it actually holds it into place, as opposed to with the Primus, it's just totally smooth. So it can actually be a little bit more tricky with the Primus. But that being said, you're just dealing with standard pins on the top side. So there's that element has been taken away. And it just depends. Once you get the feel out of it, it's pretty comparable. But I've heard people say that they feel the combi pins are easier than the Primus pins.
Really? Wow.
I can't feel the pins at all. All I feel is the little... I feel nothing else but that little, it moving back and forth. I can't feel it. I can't feel anything else. I can barely feel from underneath it. I have a real hard time with these. I've tried to.
You want to see the differences between the two? Because Isaac had those. I can pull. I've got a Primus.
But the other thing to note is one of the reasons why I was saying not to lift the pin is because when the key was in there, the key barely lifts the pin to the height it needs to be anyways. So that was like what I was saying. The biggest mistake was lifting the pins too high and oversetting them.
Yeah. These don't. These ones, if I look at the key, the key barely even lifts it to get it to set. It's really small. But I don't know. I just having the worst time with it.
Wait a second. I had this apart. That's right.
Hello, Kitty.
There's Kitty.
Kitty.
Hi. Already.
Kitty. What a wonderful kitty.
That's a
Good
pretty
boy,
one.
Worry.
He's like, okay, I'll star in the show. He's cute.
No problem there.
Oh my gosh.
Now he's insisting on sitting on my lap. He's not going down. He's fighting me to stay on my lap.
Well, I
I'm
can buy you some
surprised they
time
don't get up and lay right in front of you, like lay right on your thing, because I know a lot of them just want to sit right where you're
Got the side.
Oh, he's biting my caliper. He's biting the end of it.
It's 2.6 kitty.
Oh gosh, Rhino says his cat tries to take off with the picks. And look, he's clawing it.
It's going to be hard to measure this now. Okay,
Oh my gosh, if you drop a pin and he takes off with it. I was just standing by the litter box. He's got one of my finger pins. I have to wait.
Oh no.
The springs stick to Slinky's fur sometimes, and I found them in the kitchen. I found them even outside.
Oh my
Like, how did this get out here? You know.
I thought I had it bad when I dropped him on the floor. You guys got to worry about the cat getting stuck to the cat. Patting
Really?
him, pulling out like, is this a pin out of something? Where did this come from?
It's like, what's this spring doing out here? I mean, it's a long way. Well, it got stuck in Slinky's fur, and then she sat on the work table outside, and it fell out.
That's funny. Like, oh no, she's got a pick. Oh no, wait, that's a coupon.
Okay.
It's about 2.65 millimeters wide.
All right, let me get. All right, I'm ready. 2.6 wide.
Yeah, 2.6 to 2.7 millimeters wide. Basically as wide as it can be to fit into the keyway comfortably. You don't want to be struggling to, like, you don't want to have to struggle to push it in. As long as it can go in comfortably,
Right.
then that's the width that it wants to be. So that's, for me, I measured 2.6 to 2.7 millimeters.
All right,
Something like that.
I'll get in that neighborhood and then experiment.
And then the actual thickness of the flag is about 0.85 millimeters. Let me just do a remeasurement. Yeah, 0.86 is what I got twice in a
Okay.
row. And then the actual thickness is I have to thin it out as well. Oh, cat got me there. 0.9.
All right. Perfect. Thank you so
And that's
much.
at the tip. As I go down the shaft, yeah, it's about 0.9 along the shaft.
All right. Great starting points.
Now,
Yeah,
I would
just
like
to
to
get
see
a
the
sense.
differences.
What's that?
I have my Primus cutaway, and I pulled apart my combi so I could compare the finger pins and sidebars real quick.
Oh, cool.
So this is a Primus.
Yeah, let's look at that. That's a great demonstration to see.
The sidebar for it is straight, and this is the Asa combi sidebar. So we have the exact same kind of cutouts.
Uh-huh.
And then the finger pins have a notch in them, and they just lock right into the sidebar. That is the same trait between the two of them. The Primus pins are smooth, as Isaac mentioned. Let's see if we can get these to show up properly inside of there. Probably the light's going to do that.
That's so cool.
This one, you can actually see the notches are low, so these are all low lifts. And
Right.
you can tell that with the key. And so when in resting, all the finger pins are pointed in a central neutral location. And once you insert the key, you can see them have twisted now into their proper orientation and have raised up into the sidebar. But the pins are smooth on the back side, where the twin combi pin has serrations, as you mentioned. But it has the same two notches, so they look extremely similar and very similar in size and shape, but just some slight differences between the two.
That's so cool.
That's the difference. I love this salesman sample.
That is awesome.
That's really awesome.
Especially them putting the finger pins in the sidebar in the acrylic.
Hello.
Who's here? Rhino.
There's Rhino? Is that
Yep.
Rhino? Well, hello.
I am here.
Now, LockHeat, you have no excuse not to be on the screen with us.
Yeah, it's already tiny.
Oh, real quick, one thing I did notice with the ASA, these finger pins come out 3/16 of an inch. On a Schleg, they don't. They have really light springs. These are quite heavy, big springs in the finger pins in the combi. Unlike yours, Isaac, mine only has 3, but has a place for 5.
A question on the Primus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You always have to have the sidebar in, right? Whether you have any pins or not, or do you have to have all the sidebar pins in so you don't get stuck? You know what I mean? A key pin getting stuck when you turn it the wrong way or something.
No, I've pulled out the finger pins and just had the sidebar in them before.
Okay.
I've had to recombinate them and have 3 or 4 in there.
Yeah.
The finger pins don't have to be in there. The sidebar will naturally push itself out. If there's no finger pins, it'll always pull in, so you could have the wrong key in there and it would work.
Right.
So, to me, no.
All right, cool.
The one other thing, too, that is a real noticeable difference is the sidebars are on the exact opposite of each other. So, Primus is to the right, Combi is to the left.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, bud.
You're welcome.
So the top pins won't fall into the side pin holes, right?
No.
As well?
No, they're
Okay.
offset from each other. Let's see. Yeah, they're on the exact. Let me put down this thing real quick. So if LockHeat will blow me up again real quick, I'll show you. So your upper drivers, let's see about getting some right light. Your drivers are here, and your finger pins are always on the in between of the chamber. So that's where a finger pin is, and this is where the uppers are, where your top pins are. So unless you didn't have it full and you pulled it out in the wrong position, where if you were at your finger pin position with the cylinder upside down, you could, but if you're sideways 90 or less, you're not going to have that problem at all. If that all makes sense.
Yeah.
It does make sense. Wrong lock. One of these days. Once I get the little clip for the back here, the correct clip, then I'll go back to work on this.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Because I've made the tools, but the clip that came on it is like, it's one of those that you have to screw on and in. There's, I'm trying to think what locks they're on. Oh, on the back of safe locks, actually safe dials, they have one of those. But this one is so strong. I mean, it took me 45 minutes to work it out. So it's like, if I ever pick this, forget about gutting it, and no one will believe you. So I got to get the right. It's just a little inner clip with the 2 little holes, a little round and 2 little holes, and you get your little, and you do it. Anyway, to be done.
How did the key?
Huh?
How does the key work in that lock? Did the key work well?
Yeah, the key works. If I can find the key in this mess, I might have put it away for safekeeping.
Picking a bully lock has been something that I've always wanted to get into at some point.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know how I would fare, but it'd be fun to try.
Who did it? Yabende, I think, did one, and I got all hot to do it.
Has he picked one? I didn't. No, he
He did
probably
the I think the single-sided one, right?
Yeah, nobody's done the double-sided. That one's still unpicked, if I remember right.
I thought I had heard something a while back of someone figuring it out, but I don't know if the video got lost or if that was just not true, or I don't know.
Well, we'll
But
see.
yeah, I'd like to figure out both the single and the double. That would be fun. But I guess the way you need to do it is just stick a bunch of different things in there.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, somebody did whatever one this is, whatever this one is. I made the tools for it and got it so it could work pretty good. But, I can only work on like a couple, progressively pin it. And it just, it'd take 40 minutes to get this thing off every time to change it. So I just said, screw it. I'll wait until I get the right clip. So, but I got the tools and they seem to work. So it's just laziness.
That's awesome.
Getting the rest of it.
That's really exciting.
It is kind of cool.
Well, that's what I've seen.
That's really cool.
When
Here's
I've
one-
seen the picks for them, that's usually 3 picks, and they're lined up with their little tips because you can only move them so far.
Right. Here's the tensioner. So it has to go in and around, and it grabs. See if I can
Oh
get.
my lord!
So it has to go. You got to start where. You got to start at the beginning. Let's see. Where is the beginning here? Okay, so that's the beginning.
Getting the tensioner in is, half the battle.
I know you can't see it in here, but if I pull this out, you can see that slot. Let me get some light.
Yep.
And the tensioner, come on, man. The tensioner has to go all the way down. See the slot in the back and
Oh wow!
drill.
Yeah.
So this guy, essentially, now remember you're doing it through the front, and then you have to turn it and get your other tools in, but it goes in. How's it go in? Goes all the way in, but it has to stay in the slot and then turn and tension. Of course, you see how this part comes out too? So it took a while to figure this out and to watch whoever did it. I thought it was Ibende, but I may be mistaken.
Yeah, I think he
Somebody
did that.
But this
People.
this last little piece has to tuck down in there. And it's very cool though. I mean,
That's because you have to
amazing.
turn everything up to get to the pins because the pins aren't accessible in the down position.
No, they're
So
gone.
it's-
I mean, they don't
Exactly.
exist until you do this. And I don't know where my other tool is. It's around here somewhere. What did I say? Somebody said, "What's your New Year's resolution?" It's straighten out, get more organized on my lock table.
That's what the Lock Picker 1969 has asked us all.
That's
is
right.
our?
That's right.
Yep.
I'm debating on that because I don't have one.
Yeah.
I have to ask, what is your lock that you are aiming for this year? the biggest one you've ever picked that's really super hard, and you really hope to pick it this year.
Like a master number 3 or something.
That's my line.
Somebody got something. What was somebody showing us?
Oh, that was just
That's
the
one you wanted.
U9.
Yeah. I'd be happy to get this one. I got it with. I took out 2 of the pins and it popped right open.
This might be a good one.
What is that one?
That's a DS.
Oh.
That's all.
Like
this
to
is
get
just-
into safe dial manipulation.
Oh, I
That
love
would be fun.
that. That is very, very fun. I have a good one here that I really just haven't put it all together. I mean, as
Oh.
far as, but I can
I
find,
figured Chris whips out one.
Oh, very cool.
and you
wow.
can see, But yeah, this is a cool one.
Yeah.
And then I have another one that's a cutaway. Is this one a cutaway? No, this one isn't cutaway. But I do have cutaway ones.
That's cool.
Here's a
Stage
cutaway one.
manipulation
That's
is
what the cutaway
awesome.
ones look like. This is when I cut away myself.
Oh,
See,
I was
so you
about to
can
say that's a homemade cutaway. I have a factory cutaway.
I have a factory cutaway here, but it's over in a box
Yeah.
because
mine
there's
just-
only so much I can have under here.
Yeah, with 7,000 pounds per square foot of locks.
You know, Slinky was last night in the middle of the night. She went under there in the rain, and I'm like, Slinky, this is not the time to do your your check-in. I had a hell of a time getting her out of there because she
and
didn't.
that's what treat you feed her. You're going to feed her an extra treat. She's going to be a pound over the weight limit and stuff.
I put the little treats on the ledge, and she'd eat them and then go back in. It was like, and so I have to bend over to see if she's there with the flashlight. Then the hoodie would go on my face, and my sweatshirt was soaked. I mean, I could wring water out of it by the time we got her out of there.
Oh my gosh!
So I hope everything's okay with the floor joists. But she checked everything out.
Nice.
Oh wait, we've got some shout outs. Is that what you got going on here, Loki?
Exactly.
All right.
And to start off, I got the wrong one.
Well, Naswick is a good one.
Yeah,
Oh,
Correct.
he's up. But I want to start with correct genes
the eyes of life.
because he is managing the raffle, right, on the LPL
Yes.
channel.
And he was the most recent interview from LPL or the TLP.
It's crazy. He only has 600 or something subscribers when he's been around for so long.
He
Yes.
was the interview the one before last. And we
Oh,
talked
that's
about
right.
the rally.
Jack Fox was the last one.
Yep.
Yeah. Correct Genes is a great guy and does work
Yeah.
so hard on that raffle. And
Yeah. And also just in general has amazing videos.
Yes. He's a black belt 5th Dan picker. A good picker.
All these hard locks that we're all working on, he picked 10 years ago
Yeah.
and made a video on it for us to learn from. He's like the first one to really make high quality videos like this, even before Lockpicking Lawyer, I think.
He's the one that helped develop the Dan system that they have.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, he deserves some more subs in that case. So if you haven't already, the link is in the description. Then a little side channel, so to speak. Lock Noob has his side channel Side Noob, where he also does lock stuff, but also other non-related, non-lock related things. Mostly food.
It was an interesting find years ago. Finding his side channel. And sometimes he does the Wiggler keys there, the double-sided Wiggler keys, and does a different video of it than what he does on his main channel too. So you get to see a couple different versions of things.
Yeah, or more extended, less cut, and more in.
Which Lock Noob is also a black belt picker.
Is it?
He got his black belt last year.
That's before my time.
Yeah, which is really good when we have people in his kind of light who are representing the sport and actually, first of all, part of the system and involved in the community. You know, he actually is involved, and if someone really wants to message him through the Discord or whatever, he would respond.
Yeah. He is a really good guy to talk to.
So I think it's important that even though he's popular, he's active in the community, and being popular on YouTube and having a lot of subscribers is different than being actually part of the intricate, passionate community in the deeper way, you know. So it's good that he's available in that sense.
Take LPL for example. He isn't, if he is around in social channels, but I see him sometimes pop up in the LPL channel, I believe.
Yep.
But that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I bet he has some secret accounts or something that he
probably
lurks on or something.
And last but not least, Nasbeck.
Yeah, he has some great videos. If you're ever on the LPL and people talk to you about the jiggle test, they show his video. He has
Every
the
time it's
cutaway,
pinned, yeah.
Every time. Great videos, great information. He hasn't done stuff for a while, but he's still active. But his videos on challenge pin making, they're in my paper. There's the fundamentals of the jiggle test video. Those are two that are just everybody uses his video because it's so good for the example.
You can also see it in the play counts.
Yeah.
But that was were the shoutouts for this week. If you by any chance want somebody to be shouted out for the next time, just reach out to me or LadyLocks and we'll put it on the list. So back to you guys.
Oh no, what do we talk about now?
Cats?
Well, Isaac's, that's right. Congratulations, Isaac, on picking that classic.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's pretty exciting for me.
Yeah, those are fun. I haven't got one. I've got the pick, but for the regular.
Oh, yeah?
I haven't done classic, but I have the RWB pick for the other disc detainers.
Oh, by the way, somebody tried to join about 5 minutes ago, but we were full, so he couldn't enter. But I see that Chris is getting back to the chat, so there is room. So if you want to join on screen, you can do now.
Yeah, if you want, I can.
Oh, that's awesome. LPL is subscribed to Chris.
Oh, wow.
I've got to get going.
Okay.
Take care, buddy.
Thank you very much for popping in.
Again, happy New Year.
And congrats on the 400 subs. We'll be discussing your giveaway later on.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Happy New Year.
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 So, Rhino, what are you picking on, by the way?
I was just going to ask him that.
Me?
Rhino.
I just got some American locks. So I already got one open. I got the blue one open in the middle there. I just opened that
little late, but okay.
And I think I got just the hang up almost here on the yellow one in my hand. We'll see here in a second.
Nice.
The red one, I went ahead and when I opened this one up and gutted it, it had 3 spool pins in it, and they were all on just on the edge of the shear line. So I moved them around, and now it's a much harder lock to pick. I'm actually having trouble now with the red one. So
that's always fun to do when you find those, because they always seem to put them over just the zero lift or low lifts.
Right.
Put them over those high lifts and have some more fun.
The thing that I've really been working on with the American lock is just super light tension and pushing those pins to the fact that I don't even encounter the spool. And that's actually been interesting as far as a learning curve for me. And one thing that's really helped me with that is the pick that I messed up. It's really narrow right here in the center of the pick. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's super narrow right there. And the flexibility there is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a very long tang there.
Yeah. But that right there has taught me so much about the 1100s. Besides the fact that Lady Locks hooked me up with that nice cutaway. Ever since these 1100s aren't that bad.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun to learn and pick.
Yeah, for sure. And that cutaway helps to see what the heck's going on in there. I like that you could, repin it however you wanted, and to the ones that was giving you trouble, even though the binding order wouldn't be the same, but it would still help you figure out at least the pins,
Right.
But yeah, I totally took this icon apart and took out two of the pins again, and I can open it with no trouble. Now I have to. It's a nightmare of a lock to take apart. So every time I take it apart, I hate it. Everything falls off, and each one of these actual key pins have master wafers on them, so they fall out and pop all over the place. These little dots fly out. And then I don't know what's on the tailpiece. There's like a little piece on the tailpiece that kind of holds it together. That thing pops off and rolls away. Oh my gosh! So now I got to put another pin back in it. I'm just staring at it because I know I have to take it apart again. But it's useless to keep picking it with two in there when I can do it easily, so.
Hey, Picksmith.
Clamp comes off.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a hobby town in where you're at?
Hobby town, probably.
So the other day I was there, and I found this stainless steel sheet.
Yeah, don't use that.
Not good stuff?
No. That's typically made by the same guys who do all the pins, the tube, brass, copper, stainless. That stainless grade is horrendous. If you cut a short strip off of it, you can just actually fold it sideways against the grain. It's super weak.
Well, that explains the price.
Yes.
Get what you pay for.
Yes. I was with my son when we were first making picks the first time. I saw some of that at a place we went to, and it's like, oh, let's try this. We can make our own picks, and cut out the pick profile and stuck it down to press the tip against, and it just bent backwards. It's like, okay, this is crap.
Yes, I got it.
Wow.
Boy Classic pick for the second time.
Wow, congratulations.
Oh, nice, Isaac. Nice, lady.
Got it. So now I can read the actual fitting. The only thing is I can't take the actual pick out until I relock it, unfortunately.
Yeah, that classic with that half moon that holds it in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that's an end tensioner too, the tip tensioner.
Yeah. I'll take it out here in a minute and show you guys. Let's see if I can try to read the cuts.
Okay, now something just fell.
I'm sorry, those are my neighbor's dogs.
While everybody is being concentrated, maybe I take the time to do the giveaways that are running.
There you go.
Good idea.
And he just left, but the Lockpicker 1969 is still doing his weekly giveaways. So if you haven't followed his channel to be notified, please do. The link is, as usual, in the description. So is LadyLocks. I don't know if he has running currently, but do sub so you get notified. He will be doing bi-weekly giveaways normally. And as said, the Lockpicker 1969 has reached 400 subs, so he's doing a giveaway with some barebone dimple picks. As said, some bare bones stuff. Oh, sorry, multi-pick dimple picks. Sorry. And that will be running until the 14th of January. So do like the video and give him a thumbs up for his likes and subscribe for the to be entered in the giveaway. And the last one, she put out her second video for where she's making the pics. There will be a few videos more, and after those are finished, she will be giving those pics away. So do check out the Theoretically Secure channel. The link is in the description. And when we know when this one is going to be ending, we will let you know. And that will bring us to our own giveaway. It will be a sticker pack this week. All you have to do is comment in our chat on YouTube. Most of you guys already done so. If not, just a few seconds more so you can put in any comment.
Yeah, and we do have hopefully we'll have a pretty cool game next week, so make sure that you try to get tuned in for that.
I will repeat it a bit. We have a sponsored giveaway soon, or multiple giveaways in fact. Just because it's probably this much, they are sending a surprise package to me. Even I don't know what's in it. It will be arriving this week, so I hope to show it next week. And those are sponsored by the Lockpick Webwinkel. I don't know the English site. They put it up just recently, but it's a Dutch lockpick stuff webwinkel, web shop. Really nice guys, really great service. And they were offered us to sponsor us with a few stuff that was really nice of them. But as said, I don't know what they're gonna send exactly. But we have a few stuff more for the next 3 weeks to give away. So tune in next week. And without further ado, I will do the drawing. And this week, that is dick pics. Congrats.
Ooh, congratulations, Dick.
Nice.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Reach out to, I think, LadyLocks. So she can send a sticker pack to you. And congratulations.
Okay, so this is the tool that I have. The handle was gifted to me by a friend, which is really nicely made. So that definitely makes things nicer when you have something like that. But I also have another one here. I'll show you guys one sec. Right over here. If you guys have heard of Not Sure or Hazard from the LPU Discord, he makes these resin bullet. And he has like a kit of all sorts of stuff, and that's where I got the materials to make this and the tips on this. So the tip is a tensioner, which is this part here, and then there's the actual picking tip, which is this half moon little C shape part right here that's attached to this front turning part.
Okay.
And to make the tensioner, you need to make like a half moon shape so that it'll fit into that cutout. And then the actual shaft has to be a half moon shape as well, but then you have to cut that half moon shape in half again. So it's like a half of a D. And so that way when you actually have the pick inside the D shape there, then you can spin it around and it will be able to, the shaft will be able to rotate without disturbing the other discs.
Oh, wow.
That's why it has to be cut like that. And then same thing with the picking tip. The actual tip has to be very precisely kind of angled and cut. So just trying to look at it here to make sure that it looks straight, because it's so thin, it's so easy for it to bend. And I just want to try to avoid that happening when picking. But so far it's been holding up. In worst case, I will have to make another one. But they're not too hard once you've figured out the basics of it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to finally make that.
That's cool.
And by the way, thanks to you guys for congratulating me on getting the lock open. I missed some guys in the chat there. But there's some great guides online for learning how to make these sort of tools. So I saw some people mentioning that they wanted to make something like that.
Yeah.
So I would say start with something like this, where it's a basic tool. It's not expensive. It supports someone from the community, and they have like a guide on how to make the tips and everything. Plus, just being part of the community, asking people, we can all help each other out.
Very cool. Is that tip made from the I'm drawing a total blank on what the blanks are called.
Ejector pins?
Yeah. That's what it is.
The tip is, the tensioner is, and then the actual half moon is made out of capillary tubing or something like that. I think it's just some tubing that Hazard made potentially.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly. I think he made it in his machine. I'll go get the kit so you guys can see what it looks like.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, it looks like the red one skunked me this time. But I have to take one of my boys to go get his RC car engine looked at. Maybe I'll just end up using the stainless steel and build him a skid plate or something for his RC car.
There you go. You could use it for handles too.
Yeah. Go ahead and slip it on the inside.
Yeah, but you'll see if you pull it out, it bends real easily and it doesn't come back, and it has no lateral strength either. So we've all bought that going, this could be good pick material. Nope.
I was just really excited about the price. I was like, man, if it's readily available for this cheap, this might be pretty decent. And I don't have to do a lot of polishing to it because it is very shiny.
Yeah, I'm sorry to tell you, it's not good quality.
Right?
It's decorative model stainless steel is what it is.
Yeah, well, hopefully we won't be getting much more snow. I will be getting your prize out here pretty soon.
No worries.
So, but thank you guys so much, and I will be switching over and bringing you guys along, but I will have to leave you for now.
Well, thank you for stopping in.
Good to see you.
Take it easy.
Yeah, good to see you, man. Take care. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Later.
Am I allowed to flip off locks on screen?
Yeah. You're absolutely allowed. Flip mine off while you're at it.
Yeah, you keep this one too. Yeah.
Spent an hour on it again. I mean, I'm up to almost 20 hours of picking that thing, and I swear I know what I'm doing, but I don't.
That's why I think you should try a different one. When did you say you did get a new one coming, or?
I'm gonna order a new one once Red Wanderer comes back into town. He's on vacation.
I have a feeling you'll get a new one and it won't take you long because I'm sure you know what you're doing. And like you said, it's just that one thing I know what you mean about it. It's just that one little thing that's not working out and driving you up a wall.
So this is the stuff that comes with the pack. I put that resin here. So this comes here. You get some smaller ejector pins, some of these bigger ejector pins. This is the one that you would use to make your tensioner. And these smaller ones you don't actually use for the classic pick. It's just this tube. This is what you would use to make the pick. And as they come in the set, because I think when he makes the tube, he makes maybe like a long tube and then cuts them. And then because of that, it pinches the metal. So as you can see, it doesn't fit in there. But if you just do, it's just basically a little lip over here. If you do a little bit of filing for like 2 minutes even, then it'll be able to fit in there. Already it opened up a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then you make your tensioner and your tip. The tip is more precise in terms of having to get it exactly to the right shape, and it can be bent. Like if you go too far, it can bend. But the tensioner, you have a little bit more flexibility in that sense, but it takes much longer because it's a lot more metal. The end of this ejector pin is, as it comes, is too big for the classic keyway though. But that's because you can't find an ejector pin that has, according to what he was saying, is that you couldn't find an ejector pin that has like a 0.6 millimeter with a top here with only a point. I think this is 0.4 millimeters is the shaft. But what you would need to do, what I did is I took my drill, I clamped this into my drill, spun it, and then I held the grinding stone on the other side and just rounded it down and kept going until it was 0.6 millimeters.
Very cool.
Where's my tip here? You can see that it's a lot thinner, about 2 millimeters thinner.
Yep.
On the tip. And then the shaft, you just have to kind of keep working at it until... I was worried that the shaft would be tricky, but I just kept, going bit by bit, and it turned out perfect. So
Exactly. Nice. And all
so it's a nice set.
All the classics are also front tensioning, aren't they?
They can be, but they're not all of them. There's a lot of them have a spinner disc.
Oh, okay.
I meant you can rear tension them.
That's I meant rear tensioning. I apologize.
They can be front tensioning though too.
Oh, fun!
Like this older one, I'm pretty sure can be front tension because the first disc isn't a spinner disc, and it's just a zero cut. So I believe it can be front tensioned, but that would need a different kind of tool.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was asking, because that's a rear tensioning, and I pulled out my RWB, which is a front tensioner, and he gives you some cut down ejector pins already, so you can make it. He's done half the work for you since he's a machinist, where you still have that full tip on them, which is kind of cool to see, but you have to take quite a bit of material off to make these thin discs for the other disc detainer styles that we're used to seeing with the Sparrows and this pick.
Well, my Sparrows tip, I've totally modified my Sparrows disc detainer tool. First of all, I made the posts on them much longer, and also because when I made them longer, I kind of, at first I angled them, but that wasn't the best thing to do because then it kept slipping out like backwards as I was putting tension. It would keep sliding out slowly, and eventually it just kind of like pop out. It's so frustrating. So I put these little notches into them. I don't know if you can see.
Yep.
But just notches for the clockwise direction, basically. One back here and then one over here. So now it grabs onto the first disc or the second disc. So if there's a spinner disc, I can go past the spinner disc because the posts are really long and thin.
Yeah.
And I can hook onto the second disc with those little notches. And then the tip I made on my own out of an ejector pin, similar to one of these smaller ones that you get in that package from Hazard. And I just think my ejector pin has a little bit thicker stem to it, which I got mine from a set maybe of like 30 or something of them on AliExpress for like $6.
Yep. Cheap.
So yeah, they're pretty easy and cheap to come by for these ejector pins.
They are.
Well, this tool is not bad if you are just using it for basic locks. It's pretty nice if you've like made some modifications to it and everything. Works really well.
I have to get more into it because I love the feel of this tool. I had the Sparrows but gave it away once I was gifted this.
Which one?
The RWB.
Let's see.
I'm not on screen, so.
Oh, I'm on screen. That's why I was so confused.
So this is the RWB stainless steel rear tension.
Oh, wow.
And you have two options for tensioning, either the two wings, or you can put the disc on there. And he always gives you extra. These have already been cut down in height, you can see, compared to yours, so I could make tips out of whatever I wanted to out of two of them.
That's what Diggs Picks and DMAC were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
RWB Custom Picks is over in the UK. Where's his sticker? Right here. And he's a really good guy. He's also the one you guys will see all the aluminum trays that we use.
Oh, yeah.
He makes these. And he makes great custom picks too.
Yeah, those trays are awesome. I need
Okay.
to get some nicer stuff like that, but you know, finances and all of that.
Oh yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm out of time, so I want to wish everybody a happy New Year.
Happy New Year
Happy
to
New
you
Year,
too.
buddy. It's always nice to see you.
You too. And one day, I'm gonna get this damn lock. Gonna go burn it first.
I can't wait to see how you react when it opens on video. It's gonna be epic.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna have a good reaction. It's just gonna be like, "Yes, you piece of ass."
I know you'll get it.
I know I will one of these days. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. So I'm gonna get all the tools and get another lock and try again because there's something up with this one, and I don't know what it is.
It's doing his job.
I mean, get another lock, definitely, but do the sidebar thing and keep working on that lock.
That's what I'm gonna do too, but I gotta get the other one so I can make the tool. But it's like frustrating.
Yeah.
Oh well. Okay, I'm out of here, guys. I will see you next weekend, maybe, and we'll go from there.
All right. Happy New Year.
Thanks for
Happy
joining.
New Year. Take it easy.
Happy New Year, buddy.
And it's about nap time for me as well.
Yes, it's about nap time for all of us. I think LockHeat's getting into night time. He's like midnight or somewhere around there.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly midnight now.
LockHeat's ready to party on Sunday nights. He knows.
You know.
All right. So happy New Year, everybody. Have a good rest
Happy
of your
New
weekend.
Year. Yes, thank you.
Happy New Year.
Thanks.
Thank
Maybe
you
see you
for
next week.
stopping.
Always good to see you, Para.
Take it easy, Isaac. Take care, LockHeat. See you, Lady Locks, next time.
See you next week.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
All right, LockHeat, did we have anything else left? I feel like we forgot to do something. Did we have to... We said the giveaways and everything. Why do I keep feeling like we're forgetting something? Oh, well. Must not have.
Must be the New Year thing.
Yeah, it's the New Year. I'm forgetting everything. Great. It's a great start.
But anyway, it was a nice show.
Yes, I agree.
And we have some things to looking forward for next time.
For sure. Yeah, I had a great time. I appreciate everybody for coming on and hanging out with us.
And don't forget the raffle for the LPU.
Yes, I wanted to check into that myself. Yeah, for sure.
And on that note, I'm gonna say see you all next week.
Yes, Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you,
New Year,
Isaac, for
everybody.
hanging out with us. Thank you again.
Always
and
fun.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.